Good morning. It's about 4:40 a.m. Memorial Day. Yeah. I'm laying here, like, sick. It's a pretty sad situation. I'm here in the lab at Lisa and John's house. I don't have a house or a place of my own or anything like that. It's probably not going to get nothing. I'm probably going to die soon. I'm trying real hard, yo. Back to the point where if I don't eat my pills, my blood pressure will spike. So it's getting harder to eat them because, well, you have to have a desire to live to pursue your health, you know. And I just don't have any desire to live anymore. I mean, you know, here it is, Memorial Day. And ultimately, you know, nobody wanted to spend the holiday with me. You know? Yeah. Kentucky's starting to look good, girl. Yeah. I don't know, the youngest person in my call list is, I don't know, the most sophisticated and the most reciprocal of my attention and my time. You know. By that I mean, like, she's always available for me. And, I don't know. I just, I've had a lot of epiphanies, and with every epiphany, it becomes more solidified. I don't want to be alive anymore. I mean, you know, I feel guilty for wanting to die so bad because the kiddies, you know, it's like, if they knew how I feel, they'd feel so betrayed, you know. But in a way, it'd be better for them to see me carried out dead than to see me walk out and abandon them. Because, well, I'm not an abandoner. I don't do that. That's what, you know, white trash does. You know what I'm saying? And I was raised to be white trash. I come from a white trash family. Hey, I come from a family where people will do worse shit to you as an adult than you did to them as a child, with the mind of a child. They'll still hold against you your childhood and talk about that shit, you know? And it's like, hey, wait a minute. You passed around your brother's wife's phone number to anybody who would fuck her, and you gave dudes' phone numbers to your brother's wife. At that point, the offenses you committed are greater than the offenses that were committed with the mind of a child, and far more devastating when you divide somebody's house and you keep them in an energy where they can't succeed just because you're jealous, because all you want to do is lay around on heroin, getting drunk, and, you know, you don't want to pursue anything, then you feel like your brother shouldn't be allowed to pursue something either. I mean, he's already saddled with a hoe. You know, I mean, you know, that's like a fate worse than death, to have a woman that's pretending to be your wife, and she's really just a hoe who fucks everything that moves behind your back. That is a fate worse than death. I endured that, you see. And it's like, you know, hey, man, Michigan is just, it's garbage women, you know. I mean, look how awesome I am. And look at today, I'm going to be alone. Because, well, you know, I have too high a standards to go run with you know, somebody who's a kid, man. I mean, you know, ultimately. Yeah, and I don't mean it like that, you know. So you'll hear this and me, you know, take it wrong. It's like, no. I mean it like, you know, hey, man, you know. I know I don't seem like I'm as old as I really am. But I am. I am not lying about my age. I'm 56 years old this year. I mean, I won't make it to 56. That's supposed to happen in August. So at 55, I'll probably die this week. You know, I'm sick. I'm out of meds. It's become too hard everything's become too hard. You know, it's like, it's too hard to do it. You know, to do the little details that are me. And it's, you know, my life has become just, it's become such a horrible thing, man. You know, I can't even wrap my mind around what I do anymore. You know, all this ministry stuff I do, you know, on my hands and knees sifting litters every morning, sweeping, fucking putting food out and stuff like that. I could do that half asleep. I could do that, you know, on autopilot. And, you know, lately that's how I have been doing it. I just been, you know, it's like it's habit, and I can do it without even thinking about it. So it's like, Kentucky's got something over on the Michigan women because, well, even their young kids would be attracted to somebody like me over somebody else. And I guess Michigan just doesn't have that to offer in women. All the women running around this state, you know. It's like, and then you see them all day with some dude that treats them like shit, or, you know, whatever. I don't know. I've never seen a Michigan woman be faithful to her man. So, you know, I don't really entertain any illusions of getting a woman who could be reciprocal from this state. I don't have the energy or the ability or the power to travel. I'm sick. You know, I don't even want to do anything anymore. You know, I've just got to where I don't want to do anything anymore. You know, take care of the animals, you know, and that's the extent of my desires now. I can't even do basic shit. I can't move a vehicle in a driveway, yo. It's like my mind has become so fucked up over the last few months that I can't even trust my own mind anymore. And I feel like I'm losing cognitive dissonance, you know, just my ability to stay focused and to do shit. I appreciate y'all who participated with me on the second mix of this song. Believe it or not, there was somebody who did make a suggestion beyond it's perfect and leave it alone. And then now that you hear the second mix, you're like, oh wow, I like the second mix better. See? And then that one's going up on a free aggregator that it'll leave it up after I die. The other stuff that'll come down as soon as the year is up and it doesn't get paid. So a lot of the stuff that I just did, you know, since like November, a lot of that's just gonna disappear from the stores and shit. Because there's nobody to maintain my legacy, which is beautiful. And nobody's gonna get anything from it, you see. And there was nobody here while I was alive, so there shouldn't be nobody capitalizing on my death, you know. I mean, here it is, a holiday. It's a family holiday. The fact that I'm going to be alone all day is a statement about what I had for family. Now that I don't have a hoe for them to feel like big men pimping her out to their buddies and shit. Oh, they could just be hard at. They can give, you know, my wife phone numbers of dudes and watch my house get divided, and even more, and watch my energy get sucked away from all of my endeavors and shit. And these are white trash motherfuckers that, after all this shit to sabotage my success and prosperity, You know, seeing that I was already saddled with a fate worse than death. I mean, you know, a woman that will fuck around on you, I don't even see that as a woman. That's like demonic sabotage, you know? I mean, for it to even be in your life, I mean, it's not going to be faithful to you. What the fuck is it doing there? I mean, it's like, goddamn, it's a maggot. It'll eat garbage anywhere. You can put it in any garbage can. That's what a woman who is a hoe is. You know, she can't be faithful to her man, but she'll be with a motherfucker acting like she's his wife and shit. Yeah. I mean, you know, and I have brothers who knew that I was saddled with that. And I was young enough I could have got away, you know? I was young enough I could have went back home, you know, to my other ex-wife, you know, and the kids and shit, and tried to, I mean, it wouldn't work because she was retarded. And, you know, she wouldn't do anything that wasn't about money grubbing, you know? Her having a family was all about money grubbing, just getting a bigger welfare check. So, you know, and then she raised them kids like that. I mean, you know, you see my daughter's just a parasite like her. I don't have any money, so my daughter don't have the time of day for me. She won't call me or text me or anything. So it's like, yeah, you know, I kind of was holding on for revenge, you know, because I had faith that God could deliver, you know. You reap what you sow. I had faith in God and his spiritual laws, and I sowed lots of good seeds. You know, just deal with somebody that's so mentally challenged that they'll work with your family, you know, against you. You know, your low life, religious, fanatical, fucked up family who will, you know, fuck around with your wife behind your back and turn their friends onto your wife behind your back, you know. That's not family, y'all. That's like a litter of white trash, you know. And that's what I came from, a litter of white trash. Where, you know, because I had a dream and I had the unction or the gumption to try and pursue it and shit and hone talent and work hard. I worked hard at what I can do. People don't realize that. They think that, oh, it just got dropped on me and I can just do it. No. You can have talent, but if you will not hone it, you will not present it, and you will not look talented. I worked my ass off all my fucking life on music. It's all I ever had any passion for was music. I tried to have passion for women, but women won't reciprocate that shit to the guy who gives it to them. They go and you give them passion, and they go and become passionate for somebody else, just anything else, that just use them, you know, sexually. And, you know, then come home to you and act like, you know, they didn't do nothing wrong. You see? So, you know, I've got all these hurdles just to stay medicated, just to have cigarettes, you know. And every month it's like, you know, the pressure, wondering what's going to happen the next month, you know. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? You know, all this shit has just become too much for me to carry it anymore, you know. And it was like, hey, I actually was waiting for the chariot, you see. By that, you know what I mean. Those of you who follow that know what I mean. You know, I actually expected somebody to come pulling up to rescue me, you know. Because, well, hey, it's dropped out. My life is burned out. It's torn out. It's gone. There's nothing left of anything. I don't go up any trails anymore. I don't go for rides. I don't get out. You know, I every day I walk to the river with my dog. My life has been reduced to a dog walk. You know. And it's like, it's such a lonely fucking existence, man. And I can't do it anymore. And you notice in my videos it petered out. I don't even have any desire to even continue with that anymore, you know? It's like there's nothing I want to do except for die. You see? I'm stuck in a state where the women are rancid. They're a bunch, you know, if you invest in one of them, you're just investing in a hoe, a maggot. You know, somebody else's woman. It may be your wife, but it's everybody else's woman. You see? So it's like, that's where I'm at with that, where, hey, you know, I can't look for the chariot. It's not coming. You see? Nothing will fix what's been broken here. Nothing can fix it now. It's just, it's like a Humpty Dumpty. Nothing can fix me. Yeah. And I'm fucking hurting. I'm laying here hurting. And it's like, you know, I keep praying for the mercy it would take for God to kill me in my sleep. Because, well, hey, he obviously didn't create a woman who could be my woman, you know? Yeah. And you try to, you know, do the better or worse thing. You stay with somebody you know is using you. But you don't expect them to, you know, be so ungrateful and to reciprocate your willingness to forgive them every time. Your willingness to let them come back and pretend to be your spouse, you know? A willingness to pretend to be their spouse, even though you know you're not. You're just, it's just a legal document, you know? And you try to be a good host and put on the facade for, you know, the family that comes out to visit. And I don't know, it's like they saw something before I did, and they became too uncomfortable around me and her to even want to come out and see us anymore, because it was just so fucking fake. And you see, I didn't know how fake it was. I mean, that it was just that fucking fake, you see. That, hey, after, you know, I got too old and sick to recoup and to rebuild my life. Now that's when somebody decides they want me gone. Oh, let's just trample you out, you know. Let's do to you what your family has proven they'll do, you know. And I didn't have no siblings, man. For real. My brothers were just grand saboteurs who were jealous. And my sisters hated me. Really, I don't understand why. It's like, hey, I'm not the one who married dudes who would fuck around with a fat woman, you know? You're the dumb bitches who did that shit. And, you know, I don't know, maybe if you'd serviced your men better, they wouldn't have had to go jump on some other dude's fat woman, right? I mean, what kind of low character were your men that they would do that with a fat woman, right? And, you know, here, I turned down model caliber pussy repeatedly. Model caliber. I mean, especially by comparison, you know. And it's like, I mean, I've got to where now I hate fat white women, you know. I mean, I just see them as so undependable and so just all the things that people seem to feel towards fat people, and all the you know, the energy directed at them about their weight. You know, how people feel like they're gluttonous and shit. I kind of feel that way now, you know. I kind of feel like a fat white woman really shouldn't have a man, because, well, you're not going to be faithful to him. Why even have him? You know what I'm saying? You're every man's woman. Just any, you know, it's just something about a fat white woman. They can't say no when they're presented with the opportunity to fuck around. It's like they have this desperation that, you know, anybody can fuck them behind their husband's back, and, you know, then if they find some dude who'll do more than fuck them, they'll run off with them, you know. It's like, well, what the fuck, man? How did God even create such human-shaped fucking shit? You know, it's like, what the fuck, man? Where's your goddamn quality standards, yo? It's like you create this fucking human-shaped shit, and you let it just go run amok in the world and get in everybody's life and fuck everything up. You know, it's like, hey, I needed God to make sure that I got a good, hard, disciplined woman, you know, that wants to accomplish shit so that we could have believed in. I didn't need to be stuck with somebody that, hey, her agenda is totally different than mine. I have a big, long-term, accomplish great shit agenda, bless people with the accomplishments, all that, bless animals. And her agenda goes no further than where's the next dude's dick. Oh, well, goddamn. That's divided on a level, I mean, on cartoonish levels, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I don't know, I'm angry and sad, and I'm so depressed that, you know, I don't know. I have a razor blade. Isn't it weird that I actually made sure that I have a razor blade? Because one thing I know that I can do is bleed out, you know. Now that I'm on blood thinners that work so well, it's like, hey, all I have to do is get this distraught. But I really just talked for 20 minutes. All I have to do is get this distraught. Yeah. Just long enough to use that. And then I'm done. Alright, well, I didn't know I would talk for so long. I really thought I was only talking for a couple minutes. So, I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing I say is going to change anything. It's like the only thing I have the power to do is to cause negative. The power of death is in my tongue. I don't have the power of life in it, obviously. Because, well, I've been speaking life of myself for a long time. I've been speaking God and His laws and His, you know, all the things that He taught, which, you know, I'm finding out is a bunch of bullshit. The animals didn't sow no evil seed. So I don't understand why there ain't more Christians who just won't become determined that they don't want to let the world make a liar out of God regarding the animals. There's 2.2 billion with a B Christians. The last estimate that I read, which, you know, it's probably way up by now. Okay? There's only 70 million homeless animals with 2.2 billion Christians and Muslims claiming to roll with God and Allah, right? Okay, if you make that claim, then you have a obligation to His animals that other humans don't have. So, why is there homeless animals? There's 2.2 billion of you. There's not even enough homeless animals for you each to adopt one. How come there's not churches with street teams out there making sure that, you know, there's no animals being abused, like in the ghettos and shit? You know how ghetto people, that's why they're in the ghetto, because they belong there, you know, to protect the world from them, you see? I mean, you look how they treat their animals, look how they treat their family, look how they treat their kids. You know, I come from a ghetto family. We're truly ghetto as you can get. It doesn't matter how much money my family comes into, they take the ghetto wherever they go. You know, my sisters having their fucking animosity towards me, seeing that what I was saddled with, seeing that I was never going to accomplish anything, seeing that my brothers were such backstabby white trash devil assholes that they wouldn't help me get a good woman. They would love to see me stay with that one and just fucking make sure that, you know, the stuff she did kept me in the gutter. You see, I've been homeless more times than I can even count in the last fucking 30 years. I busted my dick too hard to end up like this. You know, I just couldn't see going and busting my ass for $150, you know, when, you know, my wife's gonna go give away fucking $200-300 worth of free sex. It's like, wait a minute, just redirect where you're gonna throw that sex and bring home money, and we'll have money. You know, to stop being a slut that God hates and become a prostitute that God can bless. Because, well, you notice that God has used prostitutes to actually build nations. Rahab is responsible for them taking down Canaan. Okay? Rahab is the one who made that possible. A prostitute. But what did God say about a slut? She's too stupid to even regard the value of what God gave her body, you see. I mean, you know, God really doesn't have anything for a slut except for some fire, you know. And it's like, wow, man, okay, well, you're supposed to be godly and you're all off in the word and shit. So you know that my house is divided. You know that I need help. You know I'm going to get old and I'm never going to accomplish anything with great mega talent that God gave me. You know this. Okay? You see, that's proof that I come from a ghetto white trash family. I didn't have a sister to love me. Make sure that didn't happen. Not even knowing that, hey, wow, you know, maybe if we wouldn't have married these fucking white trash rapist motherfuckers, maybe there would have been a couple less people that would have divided his house, you know? You see? So it's like, wow, man. You know, you look down your nose at me over childhood shit. But what about what you've done as adults to me, right? You're going to have a nice holiday today. You're going to have barbecue. You're going to have potato salad and rolls and coleslaw and shit. I'm not going to have anything, man. I'm going to have to, you know, figure out what I'm going to eat. Nothing in there is mine, you know. I don't have food that I bought. I don't have anything. I don't have anything, man, you know. Nobody's going to bring me a rib today. I'm not going to sit around no fire with no family or friends. I'm not going to do anything today that I didn't do yesterday. That's what's sad, man. And I hate the fucking world for it, man. I hate everything out there. I'm so full of fucking hatred, man, that if hatred could kill, everything on the planet would be dead. Because, well, I just fucking hate everything now, man. I hate everybody. This is just one holiday too many, and it's been going on for too long, you know? It's like, you know, I couldn't get invited to none of the family functions when my dad was still alive. Now my dad's dead, so I don't give a fuck if anybody invites me nowhere now, you know? And I can't get there anyway. Because where was my family to help me get my license back? The only one who even tried was Johnny, you know? At least he gave me the money to buy a lawyer in 2014. Well, somebody pretended to be a lawyer. See, it's like all these people, they're not really people, they pretend. Everybody's so fake now, you know. There's no real loyalty or dedication or commitment. And I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for there to be a person. I'm tired of waiting for there to be one other person on this planet, in this construct, to be with me, you know. They've got full control of the construct. They've got God's arms tied behind his back. He can't do nothing to help me. God can't do shit to help me because they made sure that they deflected everything good, you know, like a good woman. You know, if I can't have a license, I gotta have a good woman, you see. So it's like, well, you know, Michigan's just got garbage for people, I guess. I don't know. There's no good people who want to accomplish any good things in this state. And I've been here surrounded by, you know, this magotry disguised as humanity for so long that I really doubt this. You know, I've lost all faith in humans. You know, I've got nothing for a human now except for a motherfucking goddamn curse, you know. I don't even want to fucking wake up to do it anymore. You know, it's like, hey, they're already going to carry it out, reciprocity and revenge. It's like, all right, I couldn't have a woman, ain't nobody going to have one. There you go. I couldn't have freedom and liberty. Ain't no way gonna happen now. There you go. See? See how I came back on them? The whole world's got to pay for what the whole world participated in. Yeah. The whole world. And they can pretend like they're different. All right? But it's all just an act. Nobody's different. Nobody's different. I got duped into being different. And now I'm like an alien on a planet of idiocracy. Anybody ever see that movie, Idiocracy? We're living that now. And I'm like the Luke Wilson character, man. You know, for real. I'm the only voice of reason up in this shit. I'm the only motherfucker with any idea what to really do. But they don't nobody want to listen to me. That's why, hey, you're the dumb guy. Ain't you that dumb guy who didn't even know? Well, you know, here's the thing, as I did know, and she knows that I knew. She knows that I knew every time it happened. You know? It's like, she can tell you I knew. But everybody's, oh, you were so stupid that, you know, hey, how do you know that it was stupidity and not just like, I don't know. I felt sorry for someone and tried to give them what they didn't deserve and wouldn't even try to deserve. I don't know. I don't know why I did the shit I did. Maybe I felt I deserved it. Penance, you know? Because, hey, you're going in bed with somebody who smells like 3 other dudes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who doesn't have any love for you, but they can say they love you. You know, just desecrate the very concept of love. The very idea of it. You know, I've never had anybody tell me they love me who really loved me. You know, the only woman who I think loved me never said she loved me. And I think that was kind of purposeful because she saw how everyone else desecrated the term, you know. They just used it so emptily. Oh, you know, I love you. But they don't. And, you know, I started that thing from prison where everybody was saying to everybody at the end of conversations, okay, I love you, you know. When they're done talking on the phone, stuff like that. I kind of started that in my family, you know. Just those 3 words, saying it at the end of a conversation. And because I did that from prison, like, 35 years ago now. And when I talk to people. And then I noticed that everybody else started doing it. Well, I stopped doing it when I realized, like, you know, I saw how my brothers would say they love me, and they don't, yo. You can't love somebody who you know they need their house to not be divided so they can succeed. They're fighting against family curses. They're fighting against sabotage. They're fighting against rich white devils and famous fucking bugs who, you know, they don't want to let a real motherfucker up. You know, it's like, hey, wow, you know, it's already, it's an impossibility. It's a losing fight. You know, I needed family to like league with me, man. I didn't need family that would look and like just relish it. Hey, look what he's got for a wife. Look at that. She took my phone number of fucking so-and-so, la la la. You know. And now I got a retarded brother stuck over there at my grandma's house being afflicted and tortured and tormented by Christians. It's like, hey, wow. I still had it in my heart to buy a ranch and put you a house on it. But you see, you fucking divided your brother's house so bad that God won't even hear your prayers begging before your brother dies for him to get blessed so that he can bless you. Begging God. See, God won't even hear you now. Because he knows, well, your words are fake. You told your brother you loved him. As you walked away after giving his wife some other dude's phone number. Yeah. It's like you helped your brother's wife divide his house, sabotage it. It's like, I don't get it. Why even hook up with a man who has a dream and you know you're going to destroy that dream? You know you don't want the guy. It's like, why don't you just tell the guy, you know, hey, I don't really want you, I'm with you, but, you know, I'm not with you. You see? Well, I guess I would rather face the reality that I never had any family. Because, well, I'm like this, I've got this mentality, if they're not here for me now, they never were here. Well, who wants to, like, hey, your family, your family will take advantage of you know, your weak link, the chink in your armor. They'll help everybody destroy you. Because, well, that's how they were taught, to deflect, to make things, other people look bad so they can look better, rather than just try to be better. You see? So I don't know. It's like, wow. I guess everybody my own age has already got too much negative karma. Just they're locked in their ways and shit. Maybe that's why, you know. The only thing is, I can really take a sincere about this army, you know. I was way too young for me to even try to do anything. It's like, you know, I wouldn't allow you to have a good family to be separated from your family from me. Having the white trash garbage, redneck, inbred, religious, fanatical piece of shit family I had. Because, well, if you come from a good family, that's goddamn important, yo. You know, a family that set good examples, you know, lived up to their vows and all that shit, you know. I'm not talking about these white trash motherfuckers that run off and they go build a life with somebody else and abandon their family and shit, you know. Y'all like, but ain't that what you did? But no, see, I got trapped to it, you know. You see, y'all know the story already. And those who are Johnny come lately's, well, I don't know, make a comment. Maybe somebody will comment back. What the fuck is he talking about? Maybe somebody will tell you, hey, yeah. This guy is the example of just how bad shit can get for a motherfucker up in here. You see? So it's like, wow, I waited for the good Christians that weren't there. There never was any. I was working real ministry that the good Christians wouldn't work. A lot of good Christians were, you know, doing evil shit with their money. Doing evil shit with their ability to talk instead of talking me up, talking me down. The cat's got some weird energy on him. Whenever it gets like this where I'm seriously contemplating going ahead and killing myself, I mean, they can sense it. They start acting fucked up. Because, well, I guess the only one who knows that I'm serious is me and God. And God's hands are tied. He can't help me. So, there you go. Day one. As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to go back and face my court-martial now for failure. Because I wasn't supposed to fail. I wasn't supposed to be dumb enough to let one person do this to me. But it wasn't just one person, was it? There was a whole team of white trash motherfuckers pretending to be people who loved me. And it's like, that's why I stopped saying I love you. Because to me, the only people who say I love you are people who are incapable of loving anyone or anything except for themselves. So it's like, yeah, the very concept of love, I don't believe in it. I don't believe that there's any other entities on the planet capable of feeling it. I just feel like they're all so beneath me now. I really do. I feel like I'm just a god amongst a bunch of fleas up on this shit, man. That's why I can't find another god to roll with me. Or goddess.